G'day, it's Mick from Deep Creek Farmstay. Today I'm going to do a short video on some of the dramas I've had and how I'm going to fix it about attaching my old implements to my new tractor. See here, that's at full extension I believe, and the PTO shaft is still too short to fit. This is my old Howard slasher. It's a good one, so I want to continue to use that with the new tractor. The UHI Tractor, the package I got comes with a slasher. However, I want to continue to use this slasher. So the drama I've had is the 3-point arms are longer on the UHI Tractor than my old Fiat, meaning that the PTO shaft that have been cut down to fit that Fiat is too short now to be used on this tractor. Just rough, and for the purpose of the video, it's about from the end of the PTO shaft there to in line with the 3-point hitch is about 650 mil. On the Fiat, from the end of the PTO shaft to approximately in line with the 3-point is about 500 mil. So the distance of the UHI arms, 3-point arms, and the difference between the Fiat is about 6 inches, meaning that PTO shaft will be about 6 inches too short. Believe it or not, I grease all the grease points, but I very rarely actually take this PTO shaft off. So we'll see how we go. Took the cover off, make this a bit easier. That's the PTO shafts. You can see the top there, the one that's coming off, and the new one. That new one there was the one that came on the new slasher. You can tell it's longer, obviously, should fit, but the other thing you can tell is it's the same size slasher, but it's a lot smaller with its fittings and fixtures and whatnot. We'll whack her on and see how she goes. We'll now attach the new PTO shaft. Just loosen that bolt there so that this can affix to the shaft there. Okay, so I've just removed that bolt there to get it up over the shaft, but if you can look down in the shaft there, I don't know how good this is going to show, but you can see a clean circle there. When I move, spline there protrudes. So, okay, what I wanted to show you here is inside that circle here in front of you, you can see the edge of the spline through it. As you push the PTO onto the spline, you can see as it lines up about there that there's a semicircle cut into the spline, which allows that bolt now to cinch through there. You can secure that up tightly, and that will hold the PTO shaft onto that gearbox. So yeah, bolt just slips through. Lock that down, tighten her up. Before I attach this, I just want to show you how this works. See there, that's the end of the PTO shaft that goes onto the tractor. You can see grooves have been machined into that, which line up with the pin on the back of the shaft on the tractor. And that lines up with the grooves there on the shaft. I don't know if you can see it really well, but halfway along here, there's semicircles been machined out of the spindles, yeah? This over here is a single plunger. I've seen a few different sorts. Some have 2 plungers, some have different attachment mechanisms. I can't see it, but when you depress that fully, that opens up that channel, which allows this to slide onto the tractor. Then when it hits the semicircular cutout on the tractor itself, it releases and locks itself onto that shaft. All I wanted to say here was you line up the grooves and the splines on the shaft with the same on the PTO itself, depress that plunger and push it on. PTO shaft's now fitted to the tractor, only took a little bit of muscle. Okay, you can see that shaft's on there now, and that pin has popped back out of the top as it's locked itself in to the shaft there. I'll throw this cover back on the gearbox and the shaft there, and should be done. It's pouring down rain again, but I'm just sticking that guard on there. There's 4 nuts that bolt it straight down onto the deck of onto the mower. While I had the guard off, just to make things a bit easier too, I topped up the oil in the gearbox there and greased all the grease ports. All I wanted to say here is that there's a plastic sheath runs over that PTO shaft. It needs to spin freely and not bind when the shaft turns itself. So righto, we'll start her up, see how she goes. And she's away. Looking good. That's the PTO shaft changed. Honestly, it probably only took me an hour to do the whole thing, but it's gone over 3 days because I didn't want to sit out here in the pouring rain. But it wasn't too difficult, and the mower's now back in action. If you've got any questions, let me know. Subscribe if you can, and thanks for watching.